Stop doing this if you want high paying clients. Stop telling yourself it's not you. I can almost guarantee that it is you. Hey guys, in this episode of the Beauty Pro Podcast, I'm Christine Sherwood, the host and also the official Beauty Pro coach on Instagram. You absolutely need to educate yourself day in, day out, 24/7, but it's not just for hair technique. It's not just business classes. You need to educate yourself in more areas than just the beauty or barber industry. Why? It's not because I'm going against the industry. It's not because I have, I don't know, some other vendetta. It's really because we are human beings with multiple interests, not just our careers. 20 years ago in like the golden age of hairdressing, right? Everything was you live, breathe, eat, sleep, hair. And while that's totally fine and okay if that's your jam, I know that I have multiple interests, right? I have an official dog Instagram for my pet. I have hobbies like horseback riding and rock climbing and zip lining, right? I love to write. So I'm always writing and reading about books, dancing, working out, CrossFit. Like that's just me. So if you like to paint, take a painting class. If you like photography, take a photography class. Invest in yourself in more areas than just your career. When you fill up your cup in these different areas, you automatically become more rested, more fulfilled. You have more to talk about with your clients, with your relationships, not just the people who pay you, but you're better able to lead your clients into doing what you want them to do because you know yourself, you've done the work, you've examined who you are as a person is, and you're better able to handle the public, right? We are in the service industry. It can be very draining, very confusing sometimes. So definitely take that time for you. Nourish your body. This is, as a CrossFitter myself, I have had to learn this. I have had to learn the importance of healthy diet, water intake, the amount of protein you should eat in a day. Like these are all things that make a huge difference, not only in your hair, skin, and nails, but your energy levels. I have met quite a few individuals in my time who hate to drink water. They hate the taste of water. They don't like broccoli or spinach or asparagus. And okay, I get it, but water? Like, guys, no, you have to drink water. Drink water. If you're an esthetician watching or listening to this particular episode, you know that water cleanses us from the inside out. They teach you that in esthetician school. Like we know that water is the ultimate purifier. The more you drink, the better you'll be, the clearer your skin will become. Your breath. Oh my God, your breath. Please keep your breath fresh. Drink water, and the recommended size from nutritionists and workout people is half of your body weight in water. Pretty sure I've talked about this before in past episodes, but I just want to reiterate. So if you weigh 200 pounds, drink 100 ounces of water. That's all the first thing, the first step to do so you can get high paying clients. The second step is how you speak to yourself matters in more ways than one. Would you ever tell your best friend or your neighbor or a family member or your girlfriend or boyfriend, husband or wife, the horrific things that you tell yourself? Would you tell them you are not pretty or handsome enough for me? Or would you tell them your body is disgusting? You have no idea what you're doing. You are an absolute fraud. Would you tell them that? I mean, the likelihood of you telling that is probably very low depending on your relationship status and how upset you are at them. The reality is you most likely will not talk to them that way. My question to you is, why are you talking to yourself that way? This is something as artists we do struggle with a lot because we are perfectionists. We are OCD sometimes. The devil is in the details. We are constantly obsessing over every single strand of hair to be perfect. When we do that, we are damaging our self-esteem or damaging how we view ourselves, and it's not okay. The words that we speak matter in such a way that what you actually speak out, it actually does become reality. Your brain, there have been so many studies of this, your brain gets to work to make what you say, what you write down, a reality. And if you don't want negativity to become your reality, you need to change the way you speak. You need to change your mindset about yourself, your business, your career, your friends, your family, your talents, your skills, and your gifts. Another part of that is you need to surround yourself with people you want to be like. We talk a lot about it. You hear about it a lot, is dress for the job that you want. While that plays a part in this is way more about mindset, mental health. This is how this speaks about who you are on the inside. So if you want to be a high level stylist, a high level producer, artist, you want high paying clients who are luxury level, whether that is Princess Catherine in England, or you want to give the president a haircut, or you want to do celebrities' hair and makeup, you need to be humble enough to know your strengths and weaknesses. But you also have to start surrounding yourself with people who have been there before. They know how to get you in the room and how to keep you in the room. Let's say you don't want to do any of those things, but you definitely want to level up and get to that next level of profession, the next level of wealth. I've talked about this before on how to market yourself, how to get your ideal client. You need to study those high paying luxury clients. Where do they go? What kind of food do they eat? How do they dress? The way their patterns are, that's how you have to think and act and believe and live so that you can be attractive to them. We talk a lot about them being attractive to us, but you need to know how to be their ideal. You have to nourish yourself. I talked about nourishing your body, so now I'm going to talk about nourishing your soul. We all have personal convictions, belief systems, things that we follow that is our moral compass, our moral guide. I highly, highly encourage you to find what that is for you, whether that's going to church, reading your Bible, becoming, part of the Peace Corps, whatever that is for you that gives you and your life and your career purpose. Get grounded in that, find it, establish it, be a part of it, immerse yourself in it, because that's going to show you and guide you to that high paying luxury kind of client that you're looking for. We already spoke about this very briefly, but the way you show up matters. If you end up showing up to the salon looking like a hot mess, looking like you just woke up, looking like girlfriend needs some frizz relief like me, you need to adjust yourself and you need to show up and do and play the part. If your ideal client and your vision for your career is to dress up like you're going to Coachella, have a vibe that is chill and you just Bali all day, if that's your thing, go for it. But just remember that that particular demographic has certain life habits that can very much bring you down and waste your income, waste your reputation. So be very considerate of how you want to present yourself. If your vibe is more executive and more New York Fashion Week and very clean and crisp, Devil Wears Prada, there's a certain standard that you have to follow so that you can meet that. Your head matches your heart, and when you dress a certain way, you automatically level up your whole mindset just by the clothes that you wear. Mental health is a huge thing right now in the industry, in life, in our day-to-day, in our relationships. And any little thing these days in this day and age can absolutely throw you off. Don't let it happen. Refocus, regroup. It's not that you're trying to be boring, a fuddy-duddy, whatever it is by always wearing certain kinds of clothes. It's just who you have to be in that particular moment to earn your client's trust, to connect with them, to meet them where they are at. When you meet them where they are at, they will reciprocate and they will meet you where you are. It's a two-way street. That's what relationships are. I just gave a class about that with salontraining.com. Make sure that if you want to know more about that class and you want to get the replay, definitely head to that website, salontraining.com, sign up for their membership, and you will get the replays, plus so many other classes like from Nick Orojo, Paul Mitchell. All the high-end educators are on that website, so go check it out. The way you dress brings a certain level of confidence. How many times for those of you who like to party, how many times have you totally gone all out the night before? The next day, you decide to dress a little more relaxed, and your energy that whole rest of the day was totally chill, slow, easy, right? It's because your mind is probably recovering. It was from too much stimulation, and you need to your whole body follows suit. Your head hurts, and all of a sudden your whole entire body hurts. That is not by accident. That is a true, real feeling that you have to work around in order to attract a certain level of client. I love to say this. This is something that is huge in the professional coaching space, is that opposites do not attract. Opposites create codependent relationships that can create damaging side effects in your life, from weight gain to physical, emotional, and mental abuse to all kinds of things. If it gets that bad, you don't want to be mooching off somebody else. You want to be able to stand firm, stand in what nourishes your soul, and be able to be independent that way is what really attracts like, not opposites. Only two magnets can attract each other. Like becomes like. Okay, that's what we're looking for. If you want to attract high-paying luxury clients, you need to be like them so that they can respect you, and vice versa. Another example that I like to share many, many times, because I have actually experienced it. I have been there, and I am not afraid to say that pivoting is liberating. If you are a big-time city slicker, let's say you're a New Yorker, and you decide that you are going to bring the big city to a small fishing town where nobody cares about how they look. They don't get facials because they're in the sun all the time, in the ocean all the time. Their hair, they don't really care about their hair. If anything, if they do anything at all, they put it in dreads. A big city slicker putting, let's say, a business in a small fishing town is not only going to disrupt their mental health and their mental space, you are messing with your own confidence level, your own professionalism. Everything is changed because you are not with people who value or believe the same things that you do. It's the same thing for, a cowboy going into New York City. Again, a cowboy is all about the earth and about nature and about taking care of earth's jewels like cows and trees and the farm and all of that thing. New York City is very much metal, harsh, money, stock exchange, very cold. In order for that cowboy not to stick out and to actually make money, he needs to be able to appreciate the coldness, the stiffness of New York City. If any of this is not making sense to you, or even if it is and it's a total aha moment, absolutely make your comments down below. Send me a message on Instagram. Connect with me so I know that this is the kind of content that resonates with you. The next point on getting high-paying luxury kind of clients is that they are exactly that. They are luxury clients. For them, everything is about their wants and not so much their needs. And they are choosing to see you for whatever their reason. It is very much a high pressured situation and not wanting to let them down. Luxury, high paying clients expect a sensory experience. Whether they tell you that or they don't, they are expecting to see, feel, touch, smell, taste high quality. What does that mean for you? Regardless of where you fall in your career, you can absolutely meet those demands that they do have and fulfill that need, that their supposed need. Like if they're wanting to smell a certain scent, you can absolutely fill wherever you're at with either lavender plugins or essential oils or even the perfume that you wear. You can, if it's a taste thing, instead of the regular standard, coffee, water, tea, you can up the ante and provide champagne or charcuterie cups or boards or organic gluten-free snacks. Like, use your creative juices, because you are creative, to meet your clients' needs. Not only will they notice, they will absolutely brag to their friends, their family, the people that they do business with about how their beauty or barber pro met their needs, especially if there's somebody like me who is gluten-free, celiac disease, like that. You will absolutely stand out to them and win their heart and their soul if you offer them gluten-free, dairy-free products. People want to feel seen, heard, understood, valued, cherished. All of those words sound the same, but when you go look them up in the dictionary, they all have very different meanings and a different emotion attached to them. Just like you, when you go get pampered, when you're talking to your husband or wife, your significant other, your teachers, your students, your team, your boss, you want to feel like they understand you. You want to feel connected to them. That is a special connection that nobody else has. You want to feel special. You want to feel and be their exception. And that is the same thing that luxury, high-paying clients want to feel. They want to feel like they are the only one in the room, that they are the only one that matters to you, and that you would literally stop heaven and earth for them. That's what they want to feel. And you can absolutely make that happen for them, still remain in your boundaries, and still be able to tell them and make it make yourself be on demand and not be burnt out, not be overwhelmed, not feel like you are owned by them. Now that we're talking about boundaries, you absolutely need to know and stay within your means. You cannot provide a bottle of Cristal champagne if you are on a Moe budget. And even if you don't have a Moe budget and you can only provide sparkling water, do it. Water is great. We just learned about that earlier in this episode. Have a complete sensory experience. And that is the way you show up, the way you communicate, the words that you choose, your physical touch on them, how you educate yourself, what you educate yourself on. You can absolutely provide high quality luxury services and not have to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on foils with designs on it or color applicators with Swarovski crystals on them. You can perform services that cost less, and probably many times they look better and last longer. So just as a recap, I want to remind you that if you want high-paying clients, you have to stop showing up not like them. You have to stop telling yourself that you are unworthy, unqualified, unfit. You need to stop. You need to show up, educate yourself, own your weaknesses, own your strengths, know where you fall short so that you can make an effort to show them that you are doing your part and meeting them where they're at. Get educated on business psychology, what makes clients tick, what makes you tick. Learn a little bit about basic economics, supply and demand. We do it every day. If you want to know more about it, go to Barnes & Noble. If you want high paying luxury clients, you're going to do everything in your power to meet them there so that they can meet you and respect you and tell everyone about you. It's not always a who you know, you're at the right place at the right time. It's more of doing the work, showing up, and making yourself known. That's a wrap on today's episode. I really hope that you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something that really stood out for you that maybe you've heard before, but it just didn't resonate until today. Absolutely let me know. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Show me that you love the content that I'm putting out by subscribing, by sharing out this episode to your friends and family, to your staff, to your team, your business partner. Let me know what you want to see next. Write it in the comments, send me a message. I cannot wait to hear what you come up with. I love connecting with beauty and barber pros, and I'll talk to you soon.